Hey, Hoops fans from the Lowco and beyond. It's Justin Jarrett along with Coach Fish, Matthew Fisher Davis, and Rob Benson for another edition of the OneLowco Hoops Happy Hour. We are delayed by a day, but it seems like the entire state of South Carolina just took a couple days off after the big snowstorm. Big snowstorm, right, Fish?
Yeah, huge snowstorm, man. Huge.
Yeah, we got about that much. Kept us out of school today, and it sounds like parts of the state may be out of school longer. So we'll see. Everything seems to be on hold, at least today. USCB games wiped out as well. They'll have to be rescheduled. So we've been kind of just holed up in the house, but time to talk some hoops, and we did get to see some on Friday, including a thriller in the nest. Fish, I understand you made the fatal mistake of leaving a little early,
I
missing the
did.
buzzer beater, but you saw it all over social media, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, hundreds of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Harry
mean, hey, they
Skinner.
were up six, left and up six, 50 seconds left. You would think just have it in the bag, man. But I
And
don't
then they
know.
found
Ended it in
themselves
style.
tied up, and then Harry hit the three. So yeah, definitely did it in style. Made it on the Max Preps feed, I know at least. I'm not sure who else picked it up. Probably ESPN and all of them. Because Harry found a bunch of different angles of that thing and put them all together.
Man,
That was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I was good at it with all the
Hell
different
yeah.
well,
angles. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
hey, it had to be a great feeling, man. I mean, I didn't know when we started allowing just "fuck you, Harry" chants by student sections, but bro, hearing that all
Really?
night, the overrated ones, oh yeah. It was rocking in there, man. It was rocking, and to do that at the end had to be a great feeling, man. Gave him a kiss goodbye at the
Wow.
end.
I didn't
Administrators
know it
kissed him
got
back.
I didn't
Yeah,
know it got quite that heated, but
almost,
Man,
yeah, I
it
almost
was
was like,
off the, almost off the rip. Hey, the chant happened several times, man.
wow. That's crazy
Several
work.
times. Yeah, he
yeah.
torched them
Crazy
all
work.
night though. So
I mean, it was crowded early, man. Like I left after the girls' game, and it was already like, I mean, not standing room only, but considering it wasn't the highest end girls' game imaginable. It was 2/3 full already.
man, that was a thrilling girls game too, man. At the
Yeah, it
end,
was, man.
came
They
down to the
managed.
wire.
Yeah, they
We got
did.
some Wes Kerr highlights from the Nest the other night. People can watch while we're talking. But yeah, girls was crazy, right? Bluffton was in control and then ended up being a 3-point game at the end.
Yeah, it was 12 or 14 a good portion of the fourth quarter, and then Bluffton just sort of forgot how to play and didn't know if they're sitting on the ball or if they're attacking the rim. And ultimately, I think they were kind of, just sort of not listening necessarily to what was going on the bench. But then, a couple kids on Hilton had caught fire. Ellis Freeman hit 2 threes, I think, late, and
Yep.
they tried to face guard her on the last possession. It was funny. I was sitting next to Phil Hartman, ex Hilton Head Prep girls coach, and he was doing a remarkable job of like breaking down exactly what he would do given each timeout, each situation. But essentially, it was about 4 seconds to go. Sideline inbounds play, and Hilton Head was looking to get the ball to Ellis for one last 3-pointer shot, down three. And of course, CJ's number one goal was to make sure Ellis couldn't touch the
Didn't
ball.
touch it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it was just, and they all know each other, so it just gets to be sort of what it was. But yeah, it was definitely a well contested game. Hartman was immediately, because they had a foul. They were up three, so he wanted to put them on the line immediately on the
Mhm.
foul. Shoot the 2 free throws, call it a game. But you never know with those putbacks in girls ball, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Long rebound or something.
You know
Yeah, but
what?
I mean,
I was thinking that too, though, man. Might as well foul.
yeah,
Make two. I mean, for them to hit a free throw and then hit another shot,
that's what I'm
odds are
saying.
in that game.
In girls ball, I always just say like you make them make one more decision, one more difficult play, right? Like
Yeah.
as long like if you can continue the play and by one more
Right.
difficult decision, you probably have a pretty good chance at someone screwing up eventually.
True
Yeah.
story. Man, this was a great game here between in the boys' game.
Hey,
Um,
again, I feel like I've said it before. Bluffton tried to start stalling, man. It's like 3 minutes left,
yeah.
and
Don't play not to lose. Just
that
play your
almost
game.
bites people every time, man.
Yeah, we watched
It,
JP2 girls do it this week too. Earlier in the week and almost blow the lead too. So, but yeah, you don't want to do that. Just Dance with who brought you.
I understand like taking some time and things like that, but I mean, I think Ethan had a wide open three. He literally hit three. He probably hit three threes in like a span of 45 seconds. Had another one, just didn't take it.
Yeah.
They weren't even
Yeah.
looking to score at the rim. Like that swung the flow of the game though. Like things like that changed the rhythm of the game. I think they were up 8-10 at that point, and then Hilton Head just kind of crept their way back in. I'm just a big fan of
Yep.
keeping it in. Like I get it with like a minute and a half, you're up 8-10. Okay, cool. But 3-4 minutes too early.
Yeah, like when
Yeah,
we're
too
counting
early.
possessions, like when you're down to where you're counting possessions, then it makes sense to try to milk it, right? Um but yeah, it's kind of like playing prevent defense in football. It's like when you start playing not to lose is usually when it starts to slip away from you. You got to keep playing to win. That's what got you there. So yeah, that's a frustration certainly. And I see that
Hey,
a
but the
lot,
funny thing about this game though is Hilton Head had the lead a good majority of it.
really.
I want to say up until the fourth, they were up probably about 10 points throughout that whole game.
Wow.
And I mean, I don't know what they do, man. But yeah, they should have won that game.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those games that both teams feel like they should have won, right? You're gonna see. Here we go. Oh, there's a dagger from Foster. That must have been the hot streak you were talking about. And same spot where Harry's gonna hit it.
I mean,
But
they've had a couple games this year. Last possession couldn't get a shot off, and then, I mean, how do you leave Harry at the end of the game of all
yeah,
kids on the floor?
I don't know,
well, it's a
man.
weird
I thought it
scramble
was a pretty good
situation.
scramble, and like it looked like that pass before kind of like caromed a little or didn't get
Yeah,
there.
it looked like
And
they
then,
deflected it, but it went right to somebody.
and to Harry's credit, I mean, sort of the ball fake freed him up. One dribbled it. Lord knows
Yeah.
you've done enough one dribble, two dribble. I'm not sure you've done a lot of one dribble, two dribble from like 25 feet, but
I mean, I'm just a fan of the rhythm of shots.
There's another one.
Like
yeah.
basketball is so spontaneous, and it's such a creative game. Like, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be a pull up or it's gonna be a catch and shoot. So as long as you can
Well,
master the rhythm of your shot, then that's all
Yeah,
the
you're really
beauty,
looking for.
the one thing I loved about it was, and I actually told a kid this week who were sending me highlights, like I don't really want to put up highlights of like banked in caroms from 3/4 court, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, this was a skill take that Harry makes, So
yeah. We're gonna see it in just a minute here, but here's where they're stalling, as you mentioned, Fish. But they got a bucket
And
out of it.
yeah, but still being aggressive, man. Like it's
Yeah, yeah,
like don't pass up the shot that comes in the flow of the game. Is all I'm saying.
right. Yeah,
It's hard to find a second one.
yeah, yeah. It's tough to get a good shot, right? You got to work hard for it. You get one, you don't want to pass
Hey,
it up.
I'll say Luke. Hey, Luke Cairns has been playing well for Bluffton too, man. Number 3 right there.
Yep. Yeah, he's had a good season, coming
Yeah,
of age
he's
season.
played well. He's hit some big shots, big timely shots.
Coached him in t-ball way back in the day, or coach
Oh
pitch or
wow.
something. I remember him turning an unassisted triple play one time when we were 6.
Uh,
6 or 7. I don't know. Can't call it.
yeah, I missed all of this right here.
Oh, this was after you bailed?
I missed all this. Yeah, it's kind of kicked off Malcolm's leg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, it just bounces
See, but
away, but it
number
goes
4,
right
bro,
to
like
somebody.
I don't
Yeah.
care who catches that
Oh,
ball. I'm not leaving Harry.
oh, and sniper got him. Sniper got him. Look at the guy. Look at this guy though, with the folding chair. I like
Yeah,
the
gave him a
folding
kiss
chair.
goodbye.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bluffton fans' reaction was pretty priceless. That one kid comes out with the folding chair, Hilton Head's folding chair, and starts whipping it with his towel. That was pretty classic.
I
So
think Harry picked up his first offer that day too, Friday.
yeah, he
yeah,
did.
where was it
D3 and
from?
D3
Yes,
in Maine or
in
Massachusetts, one of the two.
Massachusetts, Curry
Yeah,
Conley, something like that.
Yeah.
yeah. I saw that. That's awesome. Hopefully, first of several. Hopefully he'll
Yep.
have some options here soon because he's definitely proven it. I mean, he's averaging what 21 and a half this season, as well as like 6.5 assists, and
I mean,
um,
it kind of goes to show though how good you have to be to
yeah.
keep moving on and playing at
Oh,
any level.
absolutely, absolutely. And the one thing he's not blessed with is height. I mean, he's not as tall as he'd like to be or needs to be really to
Right.
catch some eyes
I mean,
at the higher levels.
even in that too, like you got Dom Eason, who's I think Toombs
Right.
County like all time leading scorer
Yeah.
at that high school, and I mean he's 6'5", 6'6", freak athlete, and I mean he's still Division II. So
Yep.
I mean, yeah, people, yeah, you have to be really really good, man. So shout out to him. Yeah, hopefully many more to come, but
Yeah, man.
always cool to have
Uh,
one.
Heck yeah. So Bluffton, like you said it before the show, Fish, but this region has gotten boring quick. We thought it was going to be super competitive, and I guess it is in terms of like the games are close, but it's not competitive in the standings anymore. Bluffton running away with it.
Yep, girls not competitive, boys not competitive.
Yeah, none
Yeah.
of the above, man.
Yeah, Buford girls, Bluffton boys, just kind of running away from everybody else, and it makes you start thinking about the playoffs and whether these teams have something that our past teams haven't that would allow them to go a little deeper. And I'm not sure. I mean, I think the Buford girls obviously they got kind of a three-headed monster thing going on, so they could be dangerous. Harry is a great commodity in terms of being a seasoned senior point guard. I mean, not everybody has one of those. So, I think they both have a chance to win a couple of games, but you look at the rankings, Buford's not even in the top 10. I think Bluffton's up to like number 4 now, which is kind of crazy because I don't think we expected them to be quite like this.
I mean, Buford
Yeah,
girls they have some depth on their side. I mean, they have a bunch of people
Hmm.
that can run in the game that are athletic and whatnot, and can do a thing or two for you on the court. But what gives
Yeah.
them that sort of like, I mean, with Nia over there, they have
Yeah.
that potential, like, you know, uh,
Killer.
I don't really know, what level she ends up at. Depends on sort of, how much work goes in, and how much she blows up on the right stages and all that, and if she grows some more stuff like that. But she has that sort of like extra gear that can
Hmm.
take stuff over
Yeah.
on both ends. So like that gives you an opportunity in the postseason. But yeah, man, I mean that, I think that also is going to be a style thing. I'm not exactly sure they play right once they find a disciplined squad that is somewhat near where they are uh, in terms of talent, right? It gets more difficult. In Bluffton, um, I don't
and the
know. I mean,
size, man.
yeah,
Yeah, the size. They
yeah.
run
I
into
mean,
anybody who has a big or anybody who,
Yeah. Yeah. If
what?
Wilson comes through here again, it's all
hey,
over.
Yeah, I mean, what about Yeah, I mean, how's I mean, Batteries had it interesting, right? They had the big Orangeburg win,
Yeah, sure
and then
did.
yeah,
They split with Oceanside.
yeah, they
It was
lost those.
live
That's
in
right.
there. They split with Oceanside, but I think they have the head-to-head edge on Oceanside as far as look at that man bounce off the court, no call. Did you see that?
yeah, they were
Man,
letting them play over there.
yeah, they were. It was rough out there. But no, they still got to go to Orangeburg. But I think they have the head-to-head on Oceanside as far as the point differential goes. So if they win at Orangeburg, like if they win out, I think they win the region, which is crazy considering how tough a region they play in.
How your
Yeah.
Hardyville boys? They still hanging out in the region?
Yeah, they're 5-2, I believe. Right there with Denmark and Bamberg, like one game behind Bamberg, I think, tied with Denmark. We got Denmark coming to us.
I
I
mean,
think it was supposed to be tomorrow, but I don't know if it's happening.
yeah,
FX
not,
Oach was not having it from that ref.
I mean that ref right there is
I know.
he picks his days, man.
Well, he was part of this crew that didn't call many things.
I
Oh,
can
that
respect
was
it though, as
nasty.
long as you're not calling it both ends.
Yeah, I mean they let him play.
Yeah, you
They let them
give
play.
kids time to adapt.
There were
But
a
yeah,
couple
I
that,
really don't see nobody making a big run from playoffs. I mean, even look at Battery Creek. That's such a tough. I mean, whoever they play is gonna be a flip of a
yeah,
coin as far
yeah,
as who wins. So
yeah. You're right. It gets tough fast out there in the playoffs. I mean, you bring Charleston and Florence and some of the Columbia schools into the mix, and uh, after the first round, you're playing quality squads.
yeah, honestly, I haven't even been keeping up with girls, man.
Hold on, man. Is I thought Bishop England had played Buford girls twice.
No, just the once so far, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I guess they're up
So
again Tuesday, right?
yeah, supposed to be. Yep.
Huh. For some reason,
Yeah.
I thought
So
that
it
was.
ain't over yet, but
Yeah, I
Buford
thought
did
that one was 2-0
smoke them last
already.
night.
So
No, they just beat them by 28, so you might have counted it as 10-8 on your scorecard. Look at this guy right here. Oh man, them guys was getting live. The cheerleaders were letting them have it after
Hey,
the end of that one.
how about Cross Schools getting out of the bludgeoning that is First Baptist tonight?
Oh yeah, they scared out that one.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
they were able to cancel that because of the
Oh yeah,
weather, the bad
Yeah,
roads out
that
there.
one ain't getting rescheduled.
yeah. The phone lines are dead on the reschedule.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah,
Got
dodged
J.
a
I think
bullet
they play
there.
JP2 this week, right? At JP2, Wednesday, Thursday, something like
I
that.
think you're
That
right.
should be a pretty good game. I don't think either of them are really at their best right now. Like Cross is uh, one big. I mean, they have this schedule that's abysmal. So, but also, they did beat
Yeah,
Dorchester, who beat them
Thursdays.
earlier in the year on the girls' side. And then Dorchester boys beat Cross pretty good. So, it's hard to say what that all looks like in states. I think, um, everything goes away when they get to 3A. I think some of the privates around here, the stunner has been the realignment, right? Like prep going to, I mean, like think about prep girls going to 4A. That's just, I don't even know how to
Right?
categorize that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Although they're in second place in their region now, all of a sudden.
Well,
That's
they
what I'm
ran off
saying.
3 in a row, right?
Yeah, behind
They
only
could
St.
do
John's
that
Christian,
though.
and they beat them once. So that's wild. Um,
Yeah.
so looking at JP2 though, they've won 5 straight,
They're gonna
and
win
they
their
got
region, right?
and 2 were vengeful. They avenged a loss to St. Andrews and another to Wilson Hall. They won 62-49 at home against Wilson Hall on Friday. So that was a huge win because they had
Yeah.
lost by 2 up there.
That's for some reason I thought they'd won that game by 2, but yeah, so that's good then that they swept there.
Yeah, so they are. Yeah, they're half a game ahead of Wilson Hall now. So if they win out, which they should, then they're in control. But how's Lawrence Manning just 1-1 in the region? And JP2 and Wilson Hall played 5 and 6 games. I don't know. The scheduling is so weird.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's one of those programs that probably I mean, did they play out of conference even at all? Like Royal Live Oaks all those years just played region.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think they're mostly doing that this year. Oh yeah, don't forget about Hampton County now. The Hampton County boys are definitely looking solid. They're cruising in their region. They got some dogs. I
And the
think they're going to
girl
be.
the girls lost a Whale Branch, which I was surprised to
Yeah,
see.
I
Yeah.
was too.
Oh.
But the Hampton boys are 16-4. They lost
Rolling.
early. Yeah, they lost early. Haven't lost since the new year. Been rocking and rolling. Region leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, they're crushing everybody. So we'll
Who they got to
see.
run into in state?
Let's see what the rankings are for 2A. I'll tell you in just a second. 2A boys, you're looking at Hampton's ranked 5th. They would see Andrew Jackson,
Mm.
Mullins, Central, Philip Simmons, Burke, Marion. Those are all lower state. High Point Academy's ranked 1st. They're upstate, I guess. So they'll be looking at some competition. But
Yeah.
they've made some nice runs in the past, and Estill in their last season made that run to 1A Lower State. That was fun. That was a blast. Um, so I hope Hampton County makes a run in the playoffs. That'd be sweet. I like going out there for games. Although I look forward to them getting their new gym and it actually being blue. Going to the red
Right.
gym to watch the blue team is so weird.
Yeah, that is
It's a
weird.
little off. It's a little off. But no. What else you want to get into, boys? What do you want to talk about?
I saw where Tony signed this week, which is not exactly basketball, I guess, but
Tony O'Banner, yeah,
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, Presbyterian.
going to Presbyterian, yeah.
yeah. We had
Saw
a
that.
kid who played for us for several years who's signed this week to go to Georgia College as well.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a Richmond Hill girl, Colin McCormick. So good
I'll
luck
be
to her. Another
seeing her
peach
at the
belter.
Cove.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another peach belter. So
Well, yeah. Speaking of that, Sand Sharks
they
looking
broke a
good,
pipe,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both pretty
apparently they
good.
did. They had a water main burst or something. They weren't able to play today, and they're hoping to have it in shape for Wednesday. But those teams looking phenomenal. Both teams are a game out of first, and are the men tied for first now? I don't know. I gotta
I
look
saw
it up.
I just saw the girls were getting back.
Yeah, girls are getting back. I got to tell
Yeah,
you, I don't think there's anyone I don't want to say more wrong about, but like
yeah.
who has absolutely surprised the heck out of me more than almost anyone in the area, and that is Tanaya Bowman.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Tanaya Bowman went from a kid who I really didn't. Last year, she would turn away 10-foot jumpers, like just didn't want them. Didn't look at the rim very much unless she could get straight to it, which is tough at 5'3", even though she's fast as lightning, right?
Hmm.
But this year, like she's converting on it. She's banging down jumpers. She's controlling tempo and pace. Good gracious, if you're an opposing cavalry point guard, she's gonna put it on you. You know.
Yeah, yeah, no
I
doubt.
mean, so yeah, kudos to her because she's become a force in the Peach Belt.
She has a couple of Peach Belt Player of the Week nods, and probably you got to think she's in the mix for Peach Belt Player of the Year, or at least a
I mean,
first team
yeah,
All
gotta
Conference.
gotta be, man. I mean, you would think her and what's point guard for the boys, Evan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Kilminster. Kilminster's phenomenal.
Man, he hit
he
some big
is.
shots the other night too. I
Yeah, he
forgot who they
did.
were playing on the road. I forgot who they were playing, but
You got to give Fidala credit there. He comes back to back
for real.
with big time point guards.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Ollie or whatever
'Cause
his name
you
was
thought
nice
when
too.
Ollie left, they might be in trouble, but
Yeah.
Nah, this kid hits
yeah,
some big shots, man.
it was at
But
Augusta. That's
this
where
kid
they.
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
has a better feel. Ollie was just lightning fast.
Yeah,
Australian kid, right?
yeah. Here we go. I got
Yeah.
some highlights. There it is. There's Killy. He's
Right. I mean,
money.
I guess we could talk to that. Speaking of him being an Australian kid, and I guess me and Rob kind of had a conversation Friday at the Nest just about like the kind of where the industry is, right?
Hmm.
And in terms of development, um, and how there's just so many voices, and in my head, it's just turned into a lot of hustling, man. And I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of false narratives per se that are out there. I think that
Well, I mean, like you said it
per-
earlier, man. Like, look at, I mean, Harry, right? Like, as good as that kid is, and he's super, super skilled. You know, you're looking at whatever level he's looking at, and kudos to him for getting D3 offer the other day. But like, there's just too many kids who are blown up thinking
Hmm.
that there's, you know, like if that's what Harry looks like, then what? I mean, you don't. So I think that's sort of what Fish is getting to is like
Right.
who is leading these kids, and like
Yeah.
you
I
know,
think there's a lot of people who are happy to tell people what they want to hear and collect a paycheck for doing it. I mean,
yeah, it's just like it's just a lot more promotion than it is
yeah.
development now. And I know we talked because I think David West had like a viral clip. He was talking about how because even when I was coming up, right, everybody who was training or the coaches I had, like they all had a solid life. So it's not like they needed the money to go train or to go get in the gym. You were either a psycho who loves basketball or you just really wanted to help kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, like there is no money for real, like
Right.
in developing kids. If you're talking about just being honest with them, now it's
Hmm.
one thing to go. I'm not talking about the kids who I just want to play in high school and be tremendous in high school. I'm talking about the kids who do have a goal in college. Now for me, I don't think we should be hyper focused on college basketball, as much as kind of reverse engineering like from the goal. So like,
Yeah.
okay, you want to play college, cool. Like, okay, well, here are the things you need to do every single day. It's not the punch, dribble, crossover twice between the legs, step back. Like, bro, nobody's gonna watch that. And for somebody like me, obviously, y'all know me enough to know I've never talked about my basketball. But at the same time, like, I guess it's kind of on me to like start embracing, like I lived that, right? Like
Hmm.
I'm in a group chat every day. Three of my homies multimillionaires off basketball. I got a couple homies I talk to who are college coaches every single day, right? So when I speak or like when I see the game, just like Rob, I've never second guessed Rob when it comes to the industry of basketball. Like, oh, don't deal with this promoter. Oh, don't go to this tournament. I leave all
Hmm.
that to him because he knows he's been in it. Like he's seen it. He
Hmm.
speaks that language, right? For me, like I'm watching kids. Like you could take a kid like Harry. A lot of the ways that he scores, like this year, he looks a little more translatable than he did last year. Even though he had 20 last year, it's 20 this year. Okay, well, it looks completely different. Like it looks like two different games. So
Hmm.
if I'm an evaluator, like they look at the game from a certain perspective.
Hmm.
And there are a lot of people who are feeding people information that don't quite know that perspective. Like you have trainers who study trainers now. It's
Yeah,
not,
that's
oh,
right. That's totally right. And
like let me help you. This is how I got. Like if you ever work out with me, very rarely are you gonna see me work on 1-on-1, right? Because, well, I'm top 10 at my school in 3-pointers made. Oh, I led the SEC in 3-point percentage for a couple of years. Okay, well, shooting is kind of what I do, right? Even though I scored, I led my team in scoring, right? But to score at that level, you go watch. I'm watching North Carolina right now. There's certain pockets to scoring. It's not about the bag. It's 1-2 dribbles. That's all you get.
Hmm.
Like if you come to one of our practices and you see us do 1-on-1 drills, I literally put cones to the side. I give them a 5-6 foot lane. Like if you want to get busy, this is what you got, and it got to be north and south. You don't have 10 feet and go out. You know what I mean? So I
I
think
think
there's a difference in let me go make a buck and train this kid and train for show. Like there's a lot of things that look good when you record it and boom boom and it's like I saw a video the other day, a kid working on a pick and roll, right? And we're sitting here trying to train for the big. Oh, he's hedging. Oh, he's not understanding. Well, the pick and roll ain't even played to that man. The pick and roll is played to that low man. Like at a certain level of basketball, you run the pick and roll to manipulate the defense, not just get somebody off of your best player.
Right.
So
yeah, that's right.
that's all I watch Hilton here do on Friday night. Now, if I look at them play versus I look at Bluffton play, Bluffton runs plays for their best players. It's not just here, let's get the ball and go ISO, right? So I could watch them play. Oh, that looks translatable. So Harry gets the D3 offer. You got Ethan, who has a couple of D3 schools interested, right? Because it's an easier style of play. And
Hmm.
so kids got to learn that, okay, all 20 points ain't equal when it
Right.
comes to moving
Well,
forward.
I mean, microcosm of that is sort of what just and I with the One Loco thing, but then all of us started in on the basketball academy, and the whole premise of that was watching the Midwest play on the road, right? Like making sure they would identify any defense you were in. They would rotate on the fly. They would then have, lo and behold, their best shooter in position to catch that last pass where your defense was finally broken down to where they could break your back, right? And it was beautiful, but we also realized we had these what we considered very high end athletes that were hard to mimic, in certain other parts of the country. And all of a sudden, we started to realize that they don't look right. They're not playing right. They're getting over on, their innate skill level and athleticism, but they're not translatable in a way that makes sense. And so, like, this is even a conversation I have with kids now and parents now. And this goes back to the thing I was telling you about the highlight reel with banking stuff in. That's all great. Everyone wants to be excited for their kid, and the kids get excited for that stuff. And you don't want to take any joy out of it, but you want to let them know what like an actual content schedule looks like if you're trying to pitch to colleges, right? So, at the end of the day, this year, because we became so young so fast, we just get like reel after reel of individual games. And sometimes in those individual games, you can walk with 18 points, and like three of like maybe 4 to 6 of those points are salvageable in terms of a real video, right? And so I think that you're now at this point where we have to like re-educate people on what coaches even look for, like what
Right.
what they're actually interested in seeing. I mean, your right-handed run out layup. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it, right? Like time and time again. The kids who amass the most points do it on defenses that they don't really even run at the college
Right.
level. Do it off of,
Just jumping in passing lanes and
yeah,
stealing easy, lazy passes
shooting
and good
right-handed
players.
layups from the left side, right on the
Right.
break.
Yeah.
Things of that nature, like no three-level scoring, um, funky releases to the point where you can't visualize catch and shoot. You can't see the footwork coming off of certain screens. So like that's something we've been really trying to dig our hands in the dirt on. But then also, it's not to gas kids up, because the reality is, like, so many of these kids are just told their stuff. And it's not to say that we don't love the talented kids. I mean, Lord knows we're around more than most. But the reality of that is that they're also with us because them and their parents have the foresight to know they're not a fully delivered product.
Right.
Like, they need work, they need to do this, that, and the other. And that's sort of rarefied air around here. When you find kids like that, you latch on. Unfortunately, I think it's that mid-range kid who thinks that they have this ability to do so. Like, there's everyone thinking there's someone they're not. So it's just time to kind of get to kids and let them know like what this is, what the right style of play is, and then get them in more situations where they're making decisions earlier. Because otherwise, how are you going to make a good decision later if you haven't seen it a billion times?
Right.
And
And
that's
that
why I
and
think
that's
pitch is so functional, man. I mean,
but yeah,
you
that's
know,
kind of where like all the to me I call them scammers, but like all the fake AAU teams and going to all these fake tournaments, and you gotta think like seriously stop and think, right? If I got a live tournament, live period being where coaches can come, college coaches, if I'm going to tournaments and nobody's there, why am I going during that period if that's you know what I mean? You got to think about what type of promoter you're dealing with, what type of tournament you've been going to. It's all just become a money grab, and
Right.
like yeah, like see, this is where me and Rob kind of differ on the narrative about like college recruiting, right? Like to me, freshmen are still being recruited right now. It might be 20 to 30% less than what it was probably 10 years
Right.
ago, but at the same time, like to me, I think a lot of it's because they're underdeveloped still. I think a lot of kids now don't necessarily fully understand team basketball, and like those coaches want you to come in like they have no time to sit there and teach you how to
well,
sit and stance. Like
Yeah.
I think to that end, you're 100%. I mean, so like, if you're ready, you're ready. Like, coaches have one at that level, right? They have one goal, one thing on their plate, and that's W's.
Yep.
yeah,
And if you come in as a fully realized product, I mean, out of high school, or have a you know deep developed sense of help defense and things of that nature, to where you're just plug and play, then I mean they'll play you. I mean, they'll play.
right. Because I
No
mean,
two ways about it.
even if you look at the portal, right? Like say in men's college basketball, 40% of dudes hit the portal. I'm just speaking D1 numbers, right?
Yeah.
Girls basketball is about 25%, but for both of them, about 70% of them kids don't end up anywhere, which tells me that those kids ain't ready either. You know
Right.
what I mean? So they're constantly replacing kids who aren't ready. Like you're just kind of getting replaced faster, which means you kind
Yep.
of got to develop a little quicker. Which a lot of it, honest to God, is just the IQ. It's just the mindset. It's the I had to go back. I went this morning, right? Prime example. So obviously, so my junior year in high school, I averaged 18 and like 4 rebounds. Right. I remember Virginia coming telling me, "Oh, you're pretty much you're lazy, right? So I had an offer from like Mercer and an offer from Liberty. That's all I had entering my junior year. But like my game really didn't develop crazy between my junior and senior year. Become my senior year, I averaged 14 rebounds.
Mhm.
Right. So all that happened was a simple switch of a motor.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids, like we're talking about in between the margins. So I told
Yeah.
Rob this the other day, okay, I had 35 offers coming out of high school, cool, can't relate. But what I was fringe NBA. Before I turned my shoulder, mock drafts, you see me late second round, right? So what I learned was those little margins there.
Yeah.
Like these kids going to college is just as likely as
Well,
me going to the NBA.
and
That's
like
how I relate.
and like that's the same premise as us saying, hey, if you're a local kid and you want to play basketball, well, over the last 25 years, 90% of the kids that come out of this area go D2 or lower, right? Like higher. There's very few D1, P4 kids that come out of this area. So if that's where, if that's what makes sense statistically, go see some of those games, you know,
Yeah.
know who,
Yeah.
know what they look like, know who they are, know how they play, be informed, about the whole process, because at the end of the day, this is who you're competing with. And like what Fish says is he goes from, 4 rebounds to 14s, and it's a motor thing. Look at how fast D2 is compared to high school,
Hmm.
right?
And they,
Night and day fast. Like, I mean, even the girls, like we had a bunch of the
Right.
Fish's H2, eighth grade, who's a very talented crew out there. I think they were a little shook. Hey, like, you got to go this fast all the time. Yeah, you absolutely do.
Yes. The speed of the
So,
game.
I mean, heck, the
That's
guy who moved down here, who's in he's up in Hardyville or Okatee now, who started Fairfax Stars, right? EYBL
right.
squad before they were EYBL. One of the first things when we sat down and started talking, he's like, "Hey, Rob," he's like, "One of the things we do in practice that, I don't know if you guys do this or not, and I can tell you we have never done this at like any point in time. I would love to be able to do this because he said so. It's just the low country so vastly different." But he's like, we go a million miles an hour. We go absolutely at uncomfortable speeds through everything we do. We don't care if you screw up, because you got to learn not to screw up going that fast.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's like, so there's no reason. He's like, because the higher up you get, and with the bigger athletes, and the more thoroughbreds you're around yourself in the game, it's not getting slower. So you might as well
Right.
get used to the level of speed
Speed
now.
yourself up. Yep.
Yeah,
Speed yourself up.
and get
And it's
comfortable in the.
beautiful with USCB because and Huddle and all these great technologies, you can literally go watch yourself play and
Yep.
then go watch the D2. And can you even see yourself on the floor? Can you see yourself like go watch a kid who has a similar skill set to you and see how they play?
Hmm.
See how they play because that's what your coach is looking for. Is they're looking for just one thing, literally one thing that you do well, or really one thing you do elite to them.
Yeah.
Can you fit this one spot on my team? And all you need
Right.
is one coach to fall in love with you. But again, I think there's just so much focus on it to where you're getting scammed by recruiting services that coaches don't
Yeah.
use. You're
Yeah.
scammed by AU tournaments, spending all this money, and what we're lacking is the focus on the development. It's like Rob said, you're posting all these videos that they look nasty. Like if I'm a recruiter, or if that's the only video I ever saw of you, and that's what I
Yeah,
see, like I'm out on that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
and that's a huge part of what I mean. Honestly, this goes into me and Justin when we started the OneLowco thing. Some portion of it is dedicated to what we saw not being addressed, in terms of like athletic savvy college counseling. Right?
Right.
There's very few out there that say, "Hey, look." Because here's the thing: in this area where you're dealing, with a lot of first generation college students, you're dealing with a lot of have and have not in the community at large. Not everyone's going to have the same level of backdrop in saying, "Oh, I know
Right.
what this school is like. I know what this school is like." And so what you end up finding, is that it's really just about who comes to them, who's offering what money. And that's all wonderful because we want all these kids to have, leveraged and free rides and all that. But it's sales, guys. It's not the opposite
Mhm.
way around. It's no longer like, oh, such and such sent me an automated letter that was signed by, a stamp, or whatever. It's not, that's no longer what it is. You have to hit them where they are. You have
Yeah.
to hit them hard, and you have to give them video and footage and stuff
You have to
that
market yourself. I mean,
yeah, you
it's
do.
100% marketing at this point.
Well, and so everyone talks about brands, but they're always talking about something that's not on court, right?
Yeah,
Like you're representing, like, I'm a basketball brand, okay, but like, does that apply to how you're trying to market yourself with regards to how you play the game, right? So I always tell kids this, like our guards, okay, you're putting videos together, like, okay, we need it all, we need 3-level scoring, we need intuitive passing, we need, you head up, advancing the ball. We need, defensive steals. We need 50-50 balls. All this kind of stuff that looks like a gritty player, but showcases an all around game. And then we need them staggered, right? Like we need, okay, here's a pass, here's a 3, here's a mid range, here's a steal, here's a whatever. But I don't need 4 threes in a row. I don't need 6 whatever in a row. Stagger them and then front load them, and don't make them more than a minute and a half or something at longest.
The first 10 seconds, the goal is to get them to watch the next 10 seconds, right? And then, like, if you can get them to watch for a minute, you're winning.
So okay, so I was going to say, if we're talking about branding and marketing yourself, and we're getting on kids for how they present their videos, let's get on some programs for not giving us actual looks at their numbers. Let's get on all the programs who don't have half their games uploaded to Huddle or NFHS and aren't even giving the kids adequate look. So if their grandpa or their grandma's not bringing a video camera to the game, they've got no video, right? And that sort of stuff. Like, there's so much of that out there right now. We have Hilton Head High School still doesn't have Huddle in the wall, y'all. It's 2026.
I don't think any of the Beaufort County schools do.
None of them have Huddle in the wall.
Oh man,
They're
we've been saying.
they're
Except
all
the privates.
they're doing it all via iPad. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
even if you're doing it via iPad, it doesn't change. All it does is change the automated upload, right? So still, you've got to upload it. They still all have the assist package, right? To where it's their kid getting highlights kicked back.
Oh yeah,
Where they have they still have the full game online to where they can do all the scouting swaps and all that. What they could definitely do is sync up with Max Preps and kick every single game down. If you have the highlight reel, you've been kicked the reports. So, like, just make it so that so that kids are easily detectable. You don't have to do guesswork, And I think that there's just too much of that stuff right now. None of these games, I guess, because none of those are in the wall. But think about that. Because none of them are in the wall, none of them are viewable via Huddle Now or Huddle Fan.
Right.
They don't turn any of them on. Whereas there's tons of them on all over the state every single weekend. So anyway, just little things to help promote the kids. But the kids could do better promoting themselves too.
Well, I think. Look, at the end of the day, to me, you just gotta take it in your own hands anyway. Like we said before, like 96% of people ain't gonna do it.
So
ain't
that's
gonna achieve it. So I mean, just everybody's route's different. You know what I mean? Just pay attention to who you're listening to, and the most important thing of all of it is just keep getting better.
Yes.
That's the most important thing of all of it.
And you're totally right on that, man, because at the end of the day, like, we have kids who go on the road travel. They'll go years and years and years going on travel, playing against elite kids, opportunities to get fantastic film for their kid, and they're willing to go pay the astronomical fees to go out for a weekend, but they won't sit there and tape the kid and then come home and drop it and or teach the kid to muddle through it themselves, because that really should be a part of it. They're more technologically savvy than we are at this point,
and it makes them go and watch it, man. Like, like, people have no idea the value of just going and watch yourself. Like, there's nobody else who has to do it. I know a lot of schools do the Huddle thing and do put their videos up, so you have access to go. I literally go watch yourself. Again, this is only to the kids who want to get the best out themselves, want to get better, blah blah blah. Like, if you just want to be the rec kid and you're the rec parent who complains because your kid don't play and they don't touch the ball all season, this ain't for you. But for the ones who do want to do it, like you just got to be different in your process.
No, that's right. I mean, I think all of that's just essentially at this point, I mean, and that was, earlier, Fish and I had mentioned it to you, Justin. One of the guys we had talked about having on, and I think we can still have on, was Reek. We're going to change it up,
yeah.
right? We've been having coaches, talk about their systems and, how they're trying to showcase their kids and what style of play and all that stuff. But this guy, Reek, he is one of these. I mean, they're a dime a dozen now, man. Videographers that just roll out to games, right?
Yeah.
But Reek has got started out of nowhere. He's a 36-year-old dude who has started like an IG and a YouTube called the Blacktop Dungeon. And I kid you not, it is as real as it gets. It's just straight Savannah, like everything from pickup in the park to middle school games, boys and girls, interviews with coaches afterwards, Savannah High practice, games, girls, boys, showcase. Like the dude is everywhere, covering everything. And if there's been an MVP of the 843 and the 912 in terms of just like wildly tossing out highlights. I mean, wildly just like launching in every direction. He's like ball his life on with it. I thought there was like 6 dudes, man. I really did. I thought there was like 6 dudes, but there's not. But anyway, he's been profiling everyone. So we were talking about trying to have him on, kind of giving a different side of the basketball culture around here and showcase what he's trying to do for kids. And to be quite honest, he's already pissed off at all the districts in Savannah because he put up a speech last week of a coach who was being gave an incredible speech about getting grades and what they mean to moving you forward in life and how you need your grades. And he dropped 2 F-bombs and the entire district freaked out.
Oh,
Thing had like 500,000 views in like no time flat. It was going crazy over just the incredible positive message, and then it was gone overnight. So I mean, I get it. Probably shouldn't be dropping them. I do it myself, but like,
it's just a
Yeah, like I
word.
said, Friday
just,
night I heard a lot of "fuck you, Harry," bro.
yeah.
It was
I mean,
cool. It was cool.
it's a word, man.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying, man. Like the message was so pure, and then you have like a couple of, and the thing was, is I'm
it's a
not
very
sure.
effective adjective.
That's that's the point. It was like it was used for a reason, as a point of emphasis in a situation that made him more relatable.
Yeah.
So like then it got ripped. So he's already sort of but yeah, it's just interesting to see everyone's different perspectives on how the kids are, either doing themselves or being dealt locally. So yeah, we'll get him on here in the future. And then of course Justin and I have this spin-off concept here moving forward that we've got a bunch of wild guests for in and around the basketball industry and youth sports industry at large, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We got to come up with a good name for that.
Yeah, we need a good name for it because it really does have like a fire list of guests. Also saw your old friend Tony Red Bruin the other day,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's trying to fire up Red's Barbershop again.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're always happy to fire up Red's Barbershop. And whenever he opens up the Rolodex, we open the studio, turn on the open sign. But yeah, he's having a good year over there at Bluffton Middle, right? I think they're in the
Yeah,
championship.
he is. He is. They're in the championship. I talked to him the other day. He's doing good work. I think he might do some stuff with the old 1L crew this summer a little bit. Dealing with some of the younger boys who are interested in basketball around here and whatnot. But yeah, man. I mean, I think one thing I see is the areas there's a culture of wanting to get better in the area. At least let's call it a subculture, maybe even a subculture, right? But like there's a handful, a nucleus of kids who for the first time, and so this is a positive thing I've seen. There is more than a handful, Fish, wouldn't you say? They're actually training in basketball season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like are visible online, actually getting work. Oh, it's such and such a break, and my team's taking 12 days off. I'm not.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's different than what we've seen in the past.
Yep.
So I
I
think that
trained
there's
kids today, matter of fact.
yeah. So I mean, oh yeah, there you go. So I think that that's sort of like the MO moving forward is kids see the work as beneficial and they see getting in the gym is what makes sense. We just need more of them to do it. But part of that's infrastructure and making it more fun for them to be involved earlier and teach them without them knowing they're learning about half the time when they're really young.
Yeah, and giving them
Absolutely.
access too. I mean, at the end
Access
of the
is
day,
huge.
man, getting in the gym like that's the difference maker. Like I said,
Mhm.
man, I equate that to like that NBA line, and bro, my roommate was a lottery pick. I know how much he was in the gym versus me. I know when he went and I wouldn't. You know what I mean? So it's just the real marginal things, man. That at the end of
Yeah.
the day make a difference at such a high level, and the levels that they aspire to play at.
And you said it too with access, man, because for too long, and then finally this year, it seems like, at least for us, there's some access happening with regards to gyms. But what's so crazy is so many of them are priced in a way that they clearly don't want you to rent,
Right.
right? That they don't make sense. There's not programming you can put in there where the margins make sense to put kids in without you asking everyone to take a bath. And so that's kind of shameful, especially from a taxpayer standpoint, where half the ones I'm speaking of are ones that are publicly funded anyway.
Mhm.
Um, but the other side of it is like, this is the problem when you have access and you're trying to move an area forward. Now you're competing with like mom and pops for gym
Right.
time, where they're just trying to get little Johnny a couple of minutes on the court because he got cut from other team, right? And there's only just so many gyms to do that. So like,
Yeah.
people really, if parents could step back and understand where their kids are and what they actually need, as opposed to approaching every situation as, oh, this kid needs to start or needs to be that. There's value in the process, and if he gets cut, he got cut for a reason. I mean, I took a call from a parent a week ago that got cut in a tryout in September and asked me when practices start for a kid, like she was on the team. And I was like, well, hey, we offer a lot of training, and there's like all sorts of stuff to come out to. Lord knows we're everywhere all spring and summer, but what are you talking about right now? And so that's the sort of stuff we end up dealing with, on the regularity. So just come correct and get the kids in the gym and get better, and then it'll all work out. Then you just move from there.
Yep.
All right. All right. All right. So what are you guys looking forward to when we get back on the court this week? We got some good ones on tap. May River at Hilton Head on
Yep.
Tuesday. Battery Creek's got Hanahan at home.
I saw your guy scouting for that one, the May River Hilton Head game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there.
Hey, so
Marcus was there.
Oh, Marcus Walsh. Yeah, he was. He
does
was scouting it out.
WHHI not live stream? They just play it.
No, with their basketball, they don't. They did with their football, but with their
Is there any reason
basketball,
for that, or
I don't know. I don't know if they don't have the equipment to do it indoors or what, but no, they don't seem to live stream it. They produce it and air it later, and it doesn't air until the weekend. So
yeah.
it's kind of a bummer. I know. I wish they would do that live. Um, but we do
I'll
have
probably,
Javon
I'll probably go to
keeping us
that
on.
that cross JP2 girls game across the street. So
Yeah, it's on
When's
Thursday,
that?
right? Yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yep.
I mean, that's about the last of the good ones in the area, right? I mean, I guess Bishop England, Beaufort this weekend
Yep. That's on Tuesday as
or
well.
Tuesday. Okay, so that's
At
solid.
Beaufort. Yeah, at Beaufort. So that'll be a good one.
Yeah, about
And
what
then
there is left, right?
Friday, it's kind of not great matchups on Friday. Whale Branch at Hampton. That's kind of fun. Denmark comes to Hardyville on Friday.
On Friday.
Okay.
Hilton Head Prep plays the Savannah Jags.
Again,
Did they
Yeah,
beat them last time?
Jaguars.
Johnny
I'm not sure.
backloading that schedule. No, I don't think anything to do with the schedule, but yeah, it seems like they got a couple W's on the way out.
Good
Yeah,
for
they're
them,
six
man.
and 14 now. They're on a 3-game win streak. They beat
Who are those
St.
six
John's
teams?
Christian, Savannah Jags, and Patrick Henry.
Oh,
Um, they also have a win over
Jesus.
HHCA, Battery Creek, and Savannah Christian.
yeah,
There's your
man.
6.
And they're gonna get Hilton Head last game of the year.
Oh, that'll
Really?
be a good one.
Yeah,
I think Hilton
Hilton.
Head beat them.
Yeah, battle of two freshmen or eighth grade point guards.
No, they've added more games after Hilton Head. They're coming
Oh,
to
okay.
Hardyville.
Who is
Prep girls.
who?
So they just keep adding games.
The prep girls are going to Hardyville.
Prep
Yeah.
girls are going to Hardyville.
Prep girls are coming to Hardyville on
Justin, I
February
think
the
I think I'm
13th.
responsible for that game.
Yeah?
Yeah. So Coach Campbell asked me a month or so ago of like, teams in the area that they could play that would make some sense. And I gave him a list of like the Holy Trinities, the
Yeah.
Hardyvilles. I
They
wasn't
ain't that
sure.
bad.
What's the one in Ridgeland that like is like overlooks the children of the cornfield?
Thomas Hayward.
No, man, that one's the nice one. I mean, the other one.
The Original School of Excellence or something like that.
Oh, Legacy Christian.
That's not it. No, that's your softball school, bro.
Polaris Tech.
No,
Royal Live Oak.
no. Here we go. Step of faith.
Step
Step
of
of
faith.
faith.
Yeah.
They got a
Step
team.
They
of
got a
faith.
basketball team this year.
Bro, they have a gym.
Yeah, I know.
They have a nice gym, and it
We have
overlooks the children.
kids
The,
who used to play there. Who
there's
were stars at Step of Faith.
Man, there is no two ways. That is a freaky field right across from that place.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, those are the kind of. I mean, that's basic. Those sorts of schools. That's what constitutes Cross's schedule. But I was telling him prep to get themselves some Step of Faith, some Hardyville, some Holy Trinity.
Some varsity opponents.
Yeah, some varsity opponents. Are there some swamp rabbits in the house?
It's hard to find a varsity opponent these days. Most everyone's on the max preps now.
They are. You know what? There should be criteria there, by the way.
To be permitted to have a max
To be
prep.
permitted to be a max prepper.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Things have gotten strange in late stage capitalism.
Yo, JP2 boys got any chance at all to make a run?
Yeah, they beat Wilson Hall on Friday as well.
Yeah, aren't
And
they winning their region? Or am I tripping?
I think so. I think they are. No, they're in second. Well, they're tied. They're tied for the lead with Lawrence Manning.
But so they're 4A.
They're both
still.
5-1.
What do
So
they
what's
have?
that, like Porter Gal
Yeah.
and stuff?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, they're with the big boys. So they're tied with Lawrence Manning, and they host Lawrence Manning on the 10th. So that's going to be a huge game. Could be the region championship game right there.
So they have all those squad. They have some solid squads. First Baptist and all them en route to states.
Oh yeah, First Baptist beat the brakes off the Bluffton boys, ain't they?
Yeah, they beat them pretty good.
I thought they beat him close.
I think it was like.
Well, I think the score got a lot closer.
So JP2 on Max Preps is ranked 3rd in Class 4A behind Pinewood and Portergad.
They ain't better than First Baptist.
Yeah, probably not.
What's First Baptist record, the boys?
10-11.
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
Yeah. They beat Bluffton 77-74. I didn't think it was.
Oh, I'm tripping.
I
I feel like that score was a lot wider for most of that game.
Was that pre-football players? I don't
But
even know.
Pinewood beat First Baptist by 40.
Pinewood?
Pinewood beat First Baptist by 40.
Isn't that where Brett Gardner's son went or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
He does.
Pinewood.
Yeah, Pinewood Prep. Yeah, we used to play ball against Miller, the son who passed away. It's really sad. Used to coach against Brett. Got to know him pretty well actually over the years. But yeah, Royal Live Oaks Academy. Nate Livesey with a couple of thoughts from Instagram. Every second of every clip needs to be you at game speed. He told us preach about something, and then he noted Royal Live Oaks Academy, but that was not who you were thinking. A Step of Faith. You were going even smaller. So, all right, boys, is that it? Anything else? Parting thoughts?
Man. No, man. I mean, I'm looking forward to a strong close to the season. I mean, hopefully, like I said, I thought the Beaufort girls were done, so this Bishop England thing tomorrow gets interesting. But I imagine that they have enough to take care of that at home. Other than that, just would love to see the Harry story end in a manner that is respectful to the legend he's created for himself around here. And above and beyond that, I think a lot of kids this spring should think about getting in the gym and playing less games, bad games. I think that's the MO is like find a systematic way to get better every day if this matters to you. Don't and if you're going to go play tournaments and stuff, figure out who you're playing for and at what level, so you're not confused about who you are.
And two, like, and have a purpose. Like when you play in the summer, if you're in 8th grade and you're in 9th grade, like try to get better at something going into the summer. Don't just go out there and
Yeah.
keep building on the same bad habits just for the sake of winning Bob's Classic at Myrtle Beach or whatever. You know what I mean? Like focus on something. Like you should
Yeah.
see your stats. Like we have a measurement of stats in our game, and you should see some of those just slowly increase year by year. If you
Hmm.
come back the same player, that ain't a good sign, man.
Yeah.
Ain't a good sign.
Facts.
What's funny,
By the
man,
way,
I'm
go
just gonna
ahead.
say every one of these kids knows what they do, and I mean they should know
Yeah.
what they actually do and don't do well, right? Like it's not hard for them to go, you know what, this is what coach is critical of me of, or I'm regarded as a poor defender, or I'm this, that, and the other. I mean, just take that upon yourself,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Just be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Painfully honest with yourself.
Yeah, and
And
then you can own that and get better at it, you know?
yeah, man. By the way, Bishop England Beaufort will be on Beaufort's Own, so you'll be able to watch that one live from wherever
Nice.
you are. So
Okay.
Is,
thank
is
you,
Okay.
Javon.
Bluffton at home tomorrow?
Bluffton
They got Colleton.
is, yeah, they're at home against Colleton.
Might go
Buford at
see that.
home against Bishop. Hilton Head at home against May River. Creek at home. Bridges at home. Whale Branch at home. Ridgeland at home. Hilton Head Prep at home.
Dang.
Yeah,
The
good stuff.
choices.
Yeah. Take your pick. Get out of
Yeah.
the house after being snowed in. All right, good
So,
stuff, boys. We'll try to get a guest for next week, and we'll get together and do this thing again. But always fun to talk hoops with you guys, Rob Benson and Coach Fish. I'm Justin Jarrett. Thanks for hanging out with us for the 1L Hoops Happy Hour, and until next time, go Loco.